Chiropractic program. Now, the reason that you're training with us is probably because you want to get more active, you want to move better, as well as you want to get back to doing all the things that you wanted to do. So it's important that you understand kind of why we put things together the way that we do in this program. Our first section is going to be our CARS section. Okay, so CARS stands for Controlled Articular Rotations, which is basically a joint circle. Okay, the importance of this circle is that we want to get back what is called relative joint motion, where I can move one joint without all the other joints moving. This is one reason why we end up hurting, is because, for example, when I have an issue with one part of my spine and the rest of my spine moves along with it and it pulls it into a bad position, then we start to get problems. So we want each area to be able to kind of move independently of one another over major joints so we can start to restore overall motion. Okay, and so a CAR, the key form here is that I'm going to kind of tense everywhere at about maybe a 2 out of 5 initially for our beginners, except for the area that I'm moving. So I'm in this position, okay, I'm going to do a shoulder CAR where I'm tensing my body just about a 2. So I'm kind of squeezing my quads, feet are pressing to the ground, squeezing my abs, even my chest muscles, and I'm moving my arm slowly in a circle. Pop. Okay, and you can see that the rest of my body here is not moving. Now, if you do find that you get into a position where your body starts to do this, or you start to get arching of your back, I want you to make the circle smaller. Okay, so instead of doing maybe a CAR up here, I can come out here and make it much smaller, and that just lessens the demand on my joint. Over time, as we get better, we can start to make the circle bigger. But for now, I want you to find what your body is comfortable doing. Okay, I can't tell you how to do this. I'm giving you the basic instructions, but you have to figure that part out for yourself. So a lot of these CARs in the beginning are going to be exploration for you. Okay, so that's going to be an important part of kind of our first progression. Now, our second section is our gait section. Okay, and that's just the ability to move, to run, to walk, to do all these things. And again, this is all about the things that we feel. All right. What we want to be able to do is to teach your body to shift from side to side as we walk. Hopefully you're not walking like that. But again, every time I take a step, I shift to one side, I shift to the other side, and I move and I alternate from side to side. Oftentimes what ends up happening is we get stuck on one side. So as I'm walking, you often see people with like this kind of limp thing where they're walking and it looks like they're kind of like bouncing off one side back onto the other side. Okay? So what we want to do then is just restore reciprocal motion. All right? Each of these exercises that I give you is going to kind of have a progression from slow to fast and from more sensory where we're trying to feel stuff to just moving. So for example, the retro walk. I want to shift my weight into one side by kind of pulling my left side back, if it's my left side, shifting my body over to that side, and actually pushing the other side forward, so I'm pushing myself onto that side. At the same time, I want to dig my heel back and feel hamstring, okay? And that might take me, and do a couple breaths there. That might take me 1 breath or 10 breaths, but the point is to just follow the mechanics, move slowly enough that you feel the right stuff, and then as you get better, as you're able to do that more easily, then just speed it up. Eventually we want you doing things where you're skipping quickly, where you're side shuffling quickly, and where you're kind of backpedaling quickly. But in the beginning, just work to your body's capacity. When you start to feel pain, when stuff starts to feel weird or wonky, just stop, okay, and slow down. Okay, that's the key with all of this, is just move at your own pace, explore your body, and you're going to get great results with this. All right, so if you have any questions at all, let me know. I'm right here for you in the